A little while ago, I did some work with Deloitte. I was really impressed that they were using R, which was very convenient for me given my experience with R. I was also impressed that they had built their own package so that everything they did, they could add their corporate colors very easily to. Today, I wanted to look at some R code that I'm going to share with you on my website, and this is going to be a way that you can add your corporate colors into your graphs. There's a number of different ways that you could be doing this. I tried to get a balance of simplicity, but also something that was going to work for you. One of the ways you could go about this is building a package like Deloitte did, although that adds a little bit of complexity. With the code that we've got today, you could certainly add it into a package of your own. Another way you could do it is that you could take an existing theme and just edit the bits and pieces. And at the end of this video, I'll share a couple of links to some other videos I've done looking at some pretty fun themes for ggplots. But today what we're going to do is just build a couple of simple functions of our own that will let us add a set of colors and then apply those across all of our ggplots. From the top, we've just got a couple of packages here, ggplot2 and scales. And then I have got a vector which has got my colors, and I've named each of them. So we've got primary, secondary, accent, highlight, neutral. Those are just arbitrary names. You can use whatever naming you like there. And I've got a set of colors. So you can take my code and you can just add in the colors, and you can see that they are just there with their hash numbering, and add your own set of colors for whatever your corporate colors are. You can add more. You're not locked down to 5. I'm just using 5 as an example. And then in this next step, you can even add multiple sets. So I've gone and then added this to a list. And so what we could do is we might have our main, but then we might have some related to a product or a different division. So we could have multiple sets of colors that we're working with. Just for simplicity, we're going to be sticking with this one set for now. Next little bit of code, just something that is quite simple. You can just copy and paste this. And all it's doing is letting you refer to those colors by the names that we gave them earlier on. So being able to use these names rather than having to have the proper color name or the hash instead. We then are going to take those colors and turn them into a proper palette. Here we've just got a quick check that the function is getting past a set of colors, and then it is building up the palette using the colors that we have passed it. This next section is where we actually build our scale color and scale fill. These can have whatever name we like. I have taken the convention from ggplot where you've got the normal scale and color, and I've just added corporate onto the end of it. But again, we can actually call these whatever we like. So we've got the one for color and we've got the one for fill. We have a little tag here, discrete. So depending on whether it is something like bar graphs where we've just got discrete categories, or where it's something where we actually want to have some sort of continuum between our colors, we've got both options covered. In this next section, I gave just some basics of if we wanted to change our fonts and or font size. We can see that I've changed a couple of colors and I've left most of the things just as their base. You could go through and make a lot of additions here if you had particular fonts and sizes that you wanted to use in addition to the colors. This video is predominantly about just setting those colors, but I did want to include this as well. So that will be editable. I've just left it really, really simple just to show you what we would do to be able to make those other changes. So if you weren't up to the point of making a package, you could bundle everything here in my code from 1 to 5 into a .r file. And then just in your bits of code, you could include, so you could make a call to it so that those functions became available to whatever code you were working on. The next step of complexity, and something which would probably be pretty good if you found that these were helpful, is to make a package. But I definitely encourage you to do a little bit of testing of your code first. Make sure as everything is working and looking as you would expect before you put that extra effort into making the package. So in step 6 here, this is just some examples. So I've set up some dummy data, and then I've made several different graphs showing how we could be using these functions that we've made. So we can see here our bar graph, and we've got the different colors. Technically, when we're doing a bar graph, we should only be adding different colors if each different color is meaning a different thing. This is very much just for demonstrating the example. So if this was something where we just had categories A, B, C, D, we'd probably just use all blue or all of the dark gray, whichever color we wanted. And we would reserve those colors for adding a second category or making other changes. Next up, I've got another discrete color example. Here we've got the color coding on a scatter plot. And so we can see that we've taken those three and they are quite nice and distinct. I then created this graph a second time where I added the theme corporate component. So that just changed a couple of the fonts and our grid lines. So when we go to our next, we can see that it's just changed color and size of that font. We can see the grid lines have changed. So just those couple of little things that I added into that theme, that's something that you could make a lot more changes to. Last up, we've got a continuous example. And again, there's other ways we could do this. So I used the colors with the yellow in the middle, gray at one end and the dark at the other to provide a continuum. In reality, I would probably not do that. I would just try and create a continuum of probably just one color ideally, at most two. So there's two different ways we could do this differently where we didn't have that third color. One is that just in this call here to create our plot, we use the scale color gradient. Or if we wanted to make it a permanent change, then back up in here where we were setting this gradient across all of our colors, instead what we could do is just do the gradient across two colors or even one color and just set the continuum that way instead. So this has been a quick run through of how you can write your own functions that will let you set corporate colors within all of your ggplots. I'll give a link in the video description to all of the code that I've shared here. And if you enjoyed this, you might like some slightly more fun versions of setting the colors in the graphs. I'll share a couple of my videos here where we've got some colors for Bluey, Barbie, and a few other different themes from pop culture that you can add to your plots.